Hello and welcome to Boosting You, the ultimate wellness platform. I'm Dr. Sue Peacock.
And I'm Shirley McLean. And I thought it would be appropriate today, if it's all right with you, Sue, for me to just share something a bit personal to me, actually, with our Boosting You community. And there's a reason why I'm going to do this, because I'm not 100% recovered. But about 5 weeks ago, I developed Bell's palsy, where half your face becomes paralysed.
Yeah, I remember how shocking that was for you, Shirley, and what made it even more surprising was you discovering that it wasn't even a viral thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So the doctors confirmed it was stress related, what they thought, which completely baffled me because I honestly didn't feel stressed at all. I mean, a little bit of stress, but I thought I was managing everything well.
I know we do, don't we? And this is just sort of a perfect example, really, isn't it, of something that we both see all the time, don't we? Because our bodies often are recognizing that stress long before our conscious minds do, doesn't it? There's that famous sort of saying, isn't it? The body keeps score.
Yeah, it was a real wake up call for me anyway. Here I am, a wellness practitioner, thinking I had everything under control, and my body was like literally saying, like, hold on, we need to stop, pay attention.
Yeah, what's fascinating, isn't it, that we can all be functioning at such a higher level that we almost normalize that chronic stress, don't we? And we adapt to it so well that it almost becomes like our baseline, doesn't it? Until our body kind of forces us to stop.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Looking back now, I can see the signs were there a little bit, and I know this sounds crazy, but I had been experiencing like a tingling, to do with anything with technology. So my phone and my computer, my eyes had been a little bit blurry. That constant like mental busyness, even during downtime, that was going on a little bit. But I'm sure now that it was my body just telling me to stop all this negative frequency. I've turned my 5G phone off, and I've really limited my time because remember, stress can be environmental as well. And I'm pretty sure that all of these towers that they've been putting up, the 5G, I'm pretty sure that they have a profound negative impact on our health. And I'm speaking from experience here as well. So, not scientific data, just my experience, what I am experiencing.
And that's why, yeah, our body awareness is so crucial in wellness, isn't it? Our nervous system is constantly giving us that information, but often we're just too busy to listen, aren't we? And as you say, the body whispers before it shouts.
Yeah, yeah. And the recovery process, that has been really interesting too, because it has forced me to slow down, practice what I preach about rest and really tune into my body needs, moment by moment, which to be honest, I did think that I always did that. But the thing I became really aware of was that I'd been overloading myself with information. This was one of the biggest things. So if I wanted to relax, I'd do a course or I'd read a book on the topics that I'm interested because like yourself, I love things about my mind and hypnosis and just different ways, different tools and techniques for progression and succession. But I hadn't been allowing myself to really just switch off from that information overload. So even my phone, like I said before, that would give me that tingling sensation, and my computer was giving me blurry vision. Um, that sometimes the guidance for my recovery from A&E wasn't great. It was almost like just go and Google it. So I thought, this is what I have to do now to heal. This is what I've got. And, I've used a few things that we've shared in our posts before about self care, really going back to basics myself. I did tapping, face exercises, I got some different vitamins, face massage, watched a few chick flicks, which I never do. And the recovery has been absolutely amazing. Maybe I should put a couple of before and after pictures on our post actually as well.
So, do you enjoy watching chick flicks now then?
I do. I've only watched a few. I'll hold my hands up. I need to sort of like, when we say if it's in our diary, we do it. I need to put that's when I'm going to do that.
Well, thanks, because that's given a really valuable insight to share it with our community, hasn't it? That sometimes our greatest challenges do become our most powerful teaching tools.
Yeah, absolutely. And if this can happen to someone who works in wellness, it can happen to anyone. The key is really learning to recognize those little subtle signals before they become loud warnings, and ultimately our awareness to everything that's happening around us. Sometimes we look for answers in the wrong places, and our body is communicating constantly.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're here to help people with, aren't we? Developing that deeper awareness, creating sustainable wellness practices that truly support people in both body and mind.
Which is so important, so valuable. I thought I did. However, I wasn't quite doing the right things for my body to rest and reset. So it's always great to keep listening to those little, boosting you tips. And not only that, doing the ones that you fancy to help you maintaining a nice balance and give your body the rest and space that it needs as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's about remembering, isn't it? Your body's always communicating with you, and here at Boosting You, we help you learn to listen.
And with that in mind, let's tune into our body a few times a day. And remember, stress can come from people, environment, events, patterns, demands, other people's insecurities, frequencies around us, lighting, food. The list is everything. So let's look after ourselves and each other. And with that in mind, it's bye from me.
Bye from me.